attempt at a stream. Yeah, it happens. Um, anyway, my dog now has retrieved a pair of my underwear. He loves to lick my underwear for some reason. He's a funny guy. Yes, you gonna lick that, or you're just gonna have it nearby to enjoy the smell of it. Oh, buddy, you're funny. And this is Fiji. Hello, Fiji. He's a little sweetheart I'm taking care of today. Yes, you're a little sweetie pie. Yes, you are. A very sweet dog. Yeah, I've been left with this little dog for the weekend, which is always nice. She's a very, very sweet dog, very kind and cute, and doesn't really cause any problems at all. Like one of the most chill, well behaved dogs I think I've ever taken care of. She's a puller when I'm walking her. Boy, oh boy, it's I think she's just doing some resistance training to like keep that nice physique that she's got going. But yeah, no, she's just wonderful. And that's literally the only thing. I have to trick her to eat. So I do this thing where I give my dog a treat. And oh, hey, thanks, Unc James, Unc. Yeah, this one's, I'm just babysitting her for the weekend. And there's mine who he just finished having a little lick session with my underwear, which I should put those away. He literally just pulls them straight out of my hamper, and just has his way with them. So I'll put it back in the hampers to give him something to do, I guess. Oh, little friend. She literally just follows me to every single room. It doesn't matter where I am. She needs to always be right connected to me, and it's nice. So Tulip's a little bit less, needy, I guess, or he's just more lazy. But he'll just kind of keep an eye on me and hang out until I come back, which is also nice because he trusts me to be there at all times. He knows I'm not going anywhere, right, buddy? Um, let's see what's new with me. Um, had a very interesting walk, not last night, but the night before. A very um, excited person came and greeted Tulip and really wanted to like pet him and tell me all about her life story and um, started going on about how Alberta and Saskatchewan need to separate from Canada and join the U.S. and because she's convinced that the U.S. medical system's better. And I'm like, she wasn't rich. I could tell she wasn't a rich person. So I'm like, you have to pay for everything there, right? Like, if I break my leg, I don't doesn't put me into $30,000 of debt, and we don't have like a fascist running the government at the moment. So like, even though fascism's always trying, they're always trying. They're always going to be kicking at that door, trying to get in. So we'll see. I'm not going to say that we're always going to be great, but at the moment, it's not bad. Um, I once read somewhere somebody said that fascism always comes to the rescue of capitalism whenever it's in trouble, and I do see like some big problems with how capitalism is operating. It's kind of spun out of control. People want that control back, but the people with the money are promoting fascism in order to like hang on to that control. So, yeah, we'll see. That's funny. I start talking politics and boom, my viewership just drops like a rock. Um, Maybe I probably shouldn't talk about politics. It's divisive, and I don't really want to have a bunch of people coming in here calling me a libtard because I'm not a liberal, and it's just too complicated to get into that. But I felt like talking about something. It's hard to like come up with stuff when you just stick a camera in your own face without any real plan. You just kind of get in and start rambling, right? Speaking of legs, I worked, played Gaga ball, and now my ankle is hurting. It hurts today. Played with the kids I worked with, so I'm out of commission today. I'm sorry. It's tough when your body betrays you, and you kind of have to like take that time to let it rest and recover before you can do more. But it's definitely just take that time and listen. I've definitely pushed through in the past, and it you suffer for it, right? And it adds up. Uh, must be yeah. You just your body wants you to relax. Um, so just listen to it. That's the best thing to do. Like cortisol condition, I think, where if you put your body through too much stress for too long, your body just starts to like overproduce cortisol, and it like causes these really interesting like physiological changes, along with like some pretty serious health issues. And I have a friend who it's interesting. He worked very hard to build his business. He's been honestly like he would go 3 or 4 months without taking a day off. Um, he's gone on like two vacations in the last 15 years, and both of them were because I bugged him and was just like, dude, let's go out of town and do something. And and now he's got this cortisol condition, and suddenly he looks like a completely different person. His face is kind of got all big and round, and he's got this like I don't know, this like weird kind of like craters around his eyes. It's tough. Uh, 3.5, 6 kilometers is it's a good walk, yeah, for sure. How long did it take for you to do that 6K walk? Yeah, you know what? The guy, he's funny. He's got like because of all the working he's done, he has literally like $3 million in the bank. Like he's like set for life, but he still doesn't want to stop working. And he, he's addicted. He's addicted to collecting the money. He's addicted to being at work. I wish I can get him addicted to like drinking water and eating vegetables and taking care of himself. But I have a feeling that like he's gonna hit some kind of wall, like a real serious wall. Like even this cortisol condition doesn't seem to matter to him, and he's gonna hit a real wall that's gonna cause him to like finally take a minute and you know get himself back on track again, or on track, because it's not even back on track. He's never been on track. He's yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a good amount. Was this like city walk, or was it like in the forest or on a beach? Because like definitely terrain makes a difference on these walks to how your body responds to it. I know that like an hour walking through the forest is a lot more difficult than walking through just the city on sidewalks. How did you do on your city council run? Did you at least get like a respectable amount of votes? Um, were were you like funded by anybody, or was this entirely like a self-funded um, endeavor? I, yeah, I tried to get involved with politics at one point, but I don't know. I've got the mind for it, but I don't have the patience. I think I have a tendency to speak my mind a little bit too unfiltered at times that gets me into trouble. So anyway, um, I it's supposed to get up to 30 degrees today, so I'm trying to think of like what I'm gonna do because I was gonna make like a really nice stew, and but now the thought of like turning my oven on for like an hour and turning my stove on in any way just seems like ugh, too much. 2,000, that's amazing. Yeah, good for you. You know, like that's municipal elections are notoriously low turnout, and to have that kind of support behind you is really impressive. You must have done a really good job of like putting yourself out there, I guess it's to say. 34. Yeah, no, you know, it's just like yesterday was 25 and it was just like beautiful. I loved it. I could do 25 like every day, all day. Um, we had one day that got up to 45 here a couple of weeks ago, and that was like, ugh, like I literally could only take my dog for like little 15-minute walks and try try to find like the shady side of the sidewalk for it. But even then, like he had to like run up and down the stairs. It was so hot. He just like, he suffered. I trying to find like they need to make Crocs for dogs or like some kind of like sandals for dogs because this like sidewalk so hot that you can cook an egg are not good on their feet. And but like I've got his winter boots, but that's too much coverage because once again it's hot as heck. So yeah, Crocs for dogs. Get on it. Don't have to pay me anything. It's a free idea there, Croc or any other company that wants to do it. I got a pretty good idea of what the so like 100 is. Yeah, about 27, 28, I think. Um, but it's okay. Like you guys have your measurement system that like literally nobody else uses, but it's fine. um, but yeah, no, I know 100 is definitely like not good. Where I'm at is also very high humidity. Like average day about 70%. I think today, actually, I could check. I've got a little gauge that tells me what the humidity is. Let's see. Oh, it's really not bad yet. I'm only at 50%, so that's probably why it doesn't feel so bad because it's 50% is fine. I can deal with 50. It's when it gets up to like 70, 80. I've seen that gauge go up to like 85, 90, and those days are just like you can't even breathe. It's just brutal. But yeah, today isn't so bad yet. It's still early. We'll see what it's like around 2 or 3 o'clock. Um, I kind of wanted to like play some music in the background, but my phone won't let me live stream and play music on a separate device at the same time. I don't see why that couldn't happen, but maybe if I just get like, um, yeah, that's a good idea. My uncle knows the guy who created Crocs in Niwot, Colorado. They went to high school together. Oh, that's really cool. I have a friend who knows somebody who invented something as well that made them an absurd amount of money. That it's he's this guy. He keeps a little thing on his desk that like it's just like a number that keeps climbing up and up and up. And when my friend asked him finally, like, what is this? And he's like, oh, that's my net wealth. It just grows on its own now. And I have like this thing to just remind me of how much money I have. If you know the video game Bejeweled, that was him. And yeah, it's funny. You know what? A lot of rich people. I used to do work for rich. Like I got in like some really like rich people. Like I worked in mansions and stuff like that for a while, and I got absolutely sick with. I absolutely sick of it. I would rather work for half price for like somebody who's stealing than to go work for somebody whose problems aren't real problems and has like just brain damage from the sheer amount of money they have because you can do everything right and they will go through and just look for anything to get upset about or so that they can just like not pay you. It's really disgusting, these people. So I don't know. That's probably why I'm never going to be rich because I'll never get to be a part of the club. They meet me, they see me, and they're just like, I could play nice, I can do the things. I'm really good at being a chameleon, but you know, I uh, I would just honestly use my money to like overthrow the system. To be honest, um, I grew up rich adjacent, if that makes any sense. My family, a lot of them are very wealthy, and they have this weird like I would almost call it like a little family cult camp cabin collective. Um, but like my dad, he didn't make it work for himself. He didn't want to be a part of the family business, and but just because he didn't want to have to like follow orders as the little brother, he didn't like the dynamic. And so he didn't really make a lot of money, but I was surrounded by rich people growing up. But we didn't have like any of the toys. I was always in like clothes from Value Village. We were doing this whole homesteader thing where all our food was grown and our meat was hunted. And uh, it was just kind of like a thing to like kind of see these kids around me being all like, yeah, we went to Disneyland. And I'm like, I watch Disney movies. I don't know. Hi, W Proto. How are you today? Um, I'm good. I'm good. I'm feeling pretty good today. So, yay for that. Just kind of feeling like life's always going to work out. It always works out. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's going to happen. It's somehow, some way, things change, and it's always going to work out. That's my motto. Um, I honestly, I prefer to thrift, and for like a lot of reasons. One, fast fashion is garbage. Like the clothes fall apart so quick. Um, and for two, current fashion doesn't fit my body type right now. I don't look good at what's popular, and I'm a little bit on the old side now, and I don't want to look like somebody who's trying too hard to look young. Like it's just not my thing. Yeah, just waking up, and I'm taking care of a very sweet dog right now that always puts me in a good mood too. So I got this little sweetheart, and I got this little sweetheart. They're both hanging out, making me feel good about life. I didn't realize my phone is like at 10%. I'm gonna run it down for a bit, but I'm actually gonna have to cut this one really short. I was actually reading like newer T-shirts. They use such cheap material and such like flimsy material that they have to like starch the material with this like weird chemical starch in order to be able to sew them. And then they get somewhat rinsed and then they're all soft and floppy again. But like you have to like literally like make sure everything you buy new, like you gotta wash it. And then you're lucky if it lasts a year. Like it's weird. Like I've got this shirt that I'm wearing right now. I literally bought this shirt over like it's almost 30 years old. This shirt, it's ridiculous. Well, it's important to look good, right? um, but this shirt just doesn't fall apart. Um, but I've bought other ones down the years, and they don't stand up at all. So I don't know. I like to define my own look. It's a lot easier to do that if you're looking at fashion from a range of eras, and it's cheaper. You're not rewarding um, these corporations that exploit people, exploit the environment, and are exploit us and our paychecks by selling us garbage, absolute garbage that is covered in poison that would make us sick if we just wore it when we bought it. It's bonkers. So stop buying new clothes. I don't care if you need to buy the newest barrel cut jeans or something like that to look a certain way. Like they've got them from 30 years ago you can buy. They just keep recycling the same stuff all over and over again. So you don't even need to buy the newest stuff to look on trend because it's all out there. Um, yeah, Leos. Honestly, Leos have better style than Libras. I'm gonna just there. I'm. They're able to like rock things that I don't think I ever could. So um, yeah, if it's like fierce, it's generally a Leo. Um, yeah, yeah, cool gray sports jacket from 11 years ago. It's still good. Yeah, and that's even stuff like yeah, like from 10, 15 years ago is better than it is now. Like it has gone down significantly, significantly. Um, I used to buy these like just the $10 shirts at Uniqlo because they're $10 t-shirts, and if you just want like a solid color and for like something that you can wear for like a year or two and it's fine because it's $10. But they changed the material that they make these things out of, and now it's really uncomfortable and scratchy. The minute you start sweating, it gets worse. Like I bought my two Uniqlo T-shirts at the beginning of the season, and I threw them out. They were just like that bad. I'm not buying them anymore. So um, I did kind of blow a little bit of money on my trip recently, and I spent $45 on a T-shirt, which I don't normally do, but it was like a interesting designer, and it was a cool design that I just okay, pull it up. I'll show you people what I spend $45 on for a T-shirt because I'm a absolutely irresponsible with my money kind of person. Um, it's a I have no idea. Like I bought this in Brussels, and so I have no idea who this person is. But I loved this design so much that I just had to have it. It's cool as heck, right? Um, Gives me like sailor tattoo vibes. So I guess it's kind of a hipster thing, but whatever. Because I didn't have any pink T-shirts, and it was time to get a new one because you know, who are you if you don't have a pink T-shirt? Uh, right, buddy? Oh, don't worry. I'm just moving around. There, big stretch. Big stretch. Get it out. Oh, hello. Hey, sweetheart. Is there somebody going around in the hallway? There we go. All right, Tulip. My phone is now at like hardly any percentage. So, that was my $45 T-shirt. That was my very quick stream for the day. Maybe later, when my phone's more charged, maybe I'll stream some video games. Who knows?